Hey everybody, Jarred-Garneau here. Here's my weekly guitar lesson. Thank you guys that have shown up today or clicked on the video to watch. I really appreciate it. For those of you that are new to the channel, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notifications when I post a video. All those good things just to help me gain popularity within my channel and just gain more subscribers. But yeah, thank you guys. So today's video is going to be about some slide exercises that will help with your technique if you just kind of feel like you aren't, proficient with your overall slide technique. And the idea behind this is basically stealing exercises that come from like something you would hear a singer do. Not that these are only exercises for singers, but it just reminds me of something a singer would use to practice in the beginning to practice basic technique. So for the sake of keeping it easy, I'm going to do just everything in open E or just E major. So I am in open E tuning. But yeah, so just to make sure we're on the same page, I'm going to use the E major scale for everything. One second. There we go. All right. So just for the E major scale, we're going to practice on 3 strings. Since we're in open E, we only really need to worry about 3 strings. The others are already mapped out for us because they're just repeating. So, we have a E, G sharp, E. So, just to review what E major scale is, well, what's a major scale to begin with? It's just a series of steps starting from the tonic that are, if this is the root E, we're going to go whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. If you aren't able to do that, I suggest that you just pause the video and just practice doing that. And you might find it helpful to let all the notes be connected in between phrases. So just... And you can try and see if you can run the whole thing, maybe just plucking once. So just go. All right. And at the end, just to reach the open string, you can either go into that note one of 2 ways. And let's actually start with the hammer on. That's a little bit easier to explain. But let's say I'm starting from the open 2nd string. You can actually slide into a fretted note with the slide, and how you do that is you just slide from behind the nut. So I put my slide on the strings behind the nut and just go. So you actually get like a sliding effect going from an open string to a fretted note, which is pretty cool. So, and then the opposite would be for doing like a pull off sort of thing, I guess, or just sliding into an open note. Yeah. And as you can see right here, the trick is to like slide past that without feeling like you're slamming past it. So, but yeah, so be able to do that maybe as just a bass line sort of thing would be very helpful. The other thing is doing what's called like sirening fifths. So you're basically connecting 2 notes a fifth apart from each other. So, and by the way, you want to number these notes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 or 8. Just repeating. It's just helpful to think in intervals. So next would be sirening fifths. So if we're starting from the root, it'd be sliding up from the root to its fifth, which would be B at the 7th fret. And what you can do is just slide in between the two, maybe doing one pluck for each. So let that fifth hang out for a moment when you finally reach it. Don't just go. You want to hear that fifth, you know, we're really training our ear here. You can do the same thing for the next pair of fifths. Still doing it over an E pedal. Almost there. Sounds a little off because of the flat fifth, but so very cool. So that's very helpful. Just really helps you hear those wide intervals between notes, which, you know, fifth is pretty wide, generally speaking, as far as the interval jump. Another one you can do, and fifths are also, you know, pretty universal in their usage. You know, you find them in a regular triad, you find it in more complex harmony. It's just a good thing to be able to be aware of. The other thing is maybe just doing octaves with that. This could be like a subset of the same exercise, but just going. And then still maybe have that root in there. I lost it there because of talking, but try to do it without any fret buzz. Not like that. So on and so forth. It's a cool scale. You know, just the plain major scale. It's so basic yet so right at the same time. But yeah, so that's like, you know, one exercise. Another one is just like doing the scale in thirds. So this one would probably be helpful to think of an eighth note rhythm, since it's essentially like a two note pattern. But basically, yeah, you're just playing the first note 1, you're skipping the next scale tone up and going to 3, going back down to the next scale tone, skipping the next scale tone up to go to 4. So far we have, and then go back down 1 plus 2 scale tones, down 1 plus 2 scale tones, down 1 plus 2 scale tones. So that would sound like this. I do it backwards. If you want to make these more complex, try doing it on different strings while staying in the same key. So for instance, doing the second string. So just going. That was a mess up right there, but you get the point. Do the same thing on the third string. Nice. So the last one that I think would be helpful, it would be like a triplet pattern, but it would sound like this. So very cool. So what that is ascending and descending in 3. So I'm going 3 consecutive scale tones, going back 1, doing the same thing, back 1, same thing. So basically I'm always going back a scale tone, going up a set of 3, back a scale tone, up a set of 3. So altogether that sounds. I connected 2 different strings right there, just complete the pattern. But this is like a good exercise in just mapping it out. And you can change keys, but I find it's really helpful a lot of times to really just play one key for a while, depending on like the style of music you want to go for. A lot of those tunes are just played in a lot of the same keys. Like you hear a lot of these blues recordings, they're in like E or A or G. So, try and get really good at those recordings if you want to learn that music. If you're playing bebop, maybe like F or B flat or E flat would be great keys to focus on. But anyways, that's just some exercises that have like helped me with my technique in the past. I still practice them, still use them, but it's definitely important. I definitely think transcribing solos and like, picking up stuff by ear is the way to go. But at the same time, you got to build these like little building blocks to be able to play this stuff. So definitely use these techniques if you feel it's necessary for you. But anyways, guys, oh yeah, real quick. So I'm actually not playing at the press room this Thursday. There was a scheduling error. I am not able to play, which sucks. I really wish it didn't have to be that way, but what can you do? Sometimes it's just the way things work out. So, but just want to let anyone know that happens to watch my videos that lives in the area. So, but yeah, anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in again this week. Sorry it's a little late again this week, but I'm still posted. I'm still posting, during this week anyway. So I try to do it by Monday, but just gonna be a little bit late. So, but anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Tune in next Monday and I'll talk to you then. And yeah, subscribe, like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Bye.